Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and dreamers of all ages, welcome to the Disney Countdown Show.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Disney Countdown Show. Welcome. My name is Megan, the Magical Millennial, and I am joined today by my wonderful co-host, of course, the dapper Danielle. How are you doing on the East Coast over there, Danielle?
You know, it is the day, 2 days after Dapper Day weekend here at Walt Disney World, and Danielle is hanging on by a thread. A lot of Advil, a lot of ibuprofen, a little cocktail going on right there, some energy drinks, and a lot of water. But besides that, doing good. How about you, babe?
That's great. That sounds great. I'm doing great. I'm also a little bit of a fun day over here. I just got back from Palm Desert, which is where my fiance currently lives. He is moving to Orange County in just a little over a month here, but I was out there and I come home to find out that I have about 10 mosquito bites on my legs. I'm literally sitting down, getting ready to record this show, and I have mosquito bites all over my legs. I'm like, what? Where did these come from?
From being out in the desert.
All the desert bugs are trying to get me. I am a mosquito, not repellent. What's the opposite of repellent? I attract the mosquitoes. I have the sweet blood that they love. So
Really?
it's a fun thing for me right now where I'm just itching all over. So sorry if y'all hear some scratching into the microphone, but that's what I'm currently trying to do.
I realized for some reason, okay, so this is a random ratatouille in the very beginning of the podcast, so you probably don't care about, but I'm going to tell you anyway. When I was in children's activities over at Port Orleans Riverside and I was a cast member, I was very good about always lathering up bug spray. I smelled a combination of chlorine, bug spray, and campfire smell at the end of the day, every single day. So I had this Bath and Body Works strawberry scent that I started using because it was gifted to me one holiday season, and I used it a couple times before going to work. That didn't matter what I had on me, but that strawberry smell attracted them so much to me. I woke up in welts, or not even woke up. I was just leaving work in welts all over the place. And I'm like, what is this? It was the strawberry scent from Bath and Body Works, and hashtag not sponsored, but I don't suggest it. Nothing strawberry in any swamp or desert land. That's all I'm saying.
It overpowered the mosquito repellent. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. And those mosquitoes, man, they are relentless, especially if you have that CO2 coming off you, which is what they're really attracted to. They will stop at nothing, which I thought that they liked humid climates. I thought that they'd be way over, in Florida, like they should be, not the desert, but here we are.
Leave their eggs in any small part of water. Yeah. It's crazy.
I see. Okay. Well, I appreciate that brief natural history lesson, the environmental lesson, because I did not know that. Yeah. But we have an awesome show for you guys today. We are counting down our top 10 Disney movie soundtracks. And of course, this episode is going to be our 6 through 10. And this was a fun one for me to create. I really enjoyed putting my list together. I don't know about you, Danielle, but I can't wait to get into it. No? Was it difficult again?
Okay, it wasn't that it was difficult. It was that I overanalyzed these things so much. I went down so many rabbit holes of okay, but then why is this music released this way and you have it in different albums for this one over here? Because we're doing soundtracks. It's not just one specific song. We are taking the entire soundtrack of that movie into consideration and placing it in these placements. So I have notes underneath my list because I might have to explain some of my reasoning for this, but we'll get into the meat and potatoes a little bit later at the end of this episode.
Yes, we absolutely will. And I totally know what you mean. There's different factors to the soundtracks. There's the scores and there's obviously the sing-alongs that we have. So excited to get into it. But before we do, of course, if you're not doing so already, please follow us on the socials. We are at Disney Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, Pod Disney on Twitter /the X. And of course, we have our personal socials. I am the Magical Millennial _ and she is the Dapper Danielle on basically everything. We're trying to post more on YouTube these days because Lord knows what's happening to TikTok in the future. So follow us there, please.
Follow us on all the things so that way we don't
lose you just because one of these apps is not like the other in terms of where it's going.
and we don't know. Again, everything is up in the air, and we're just trekking along, posting our content, and
One day
same when
at
it
a
comes to
time.
this podcast, right? We are creating more content here on the podcast and more fun stuff coming your way. And if you are
Yes.
listening to the podcast, make sure you're rating and reviewing. So over on the Spotify is where you can do the little star system. And if you're listening to us over on Apple, that's where you can do the little stars and also write us a little note. And or if you're listening anywhere else, you also can send us fan messages through our Instagram, which again is Disney Countdown Show on Instagram. You can write out those really sweet messages. Very, very sweet.
Yes.
And actually, this first one is from Apple, and this is from Michelle Lane family. I think I said that right. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it says, loving every Monday, which if you are not one of our Patreon followers, or you are not getting these episodes a little bit earlier, our episodes drop every Monday. So thank you so much for listening in. And it says, I have been listening since the beginning. Wow. So like back when Danny and Eric were doing this?
That was season 1, technically.
That was
yes.
season 1, technically. Yes. Which is awesome.
That's great.
And then after a day of teaching, it's so nice to unwind on my drive home with your podcast. I have 3 kids and they all love your podcast too. My oldest and I like to make our own list and see if they are similar to yours. My middle is obsessed with the games. His favorite is Guess the Ride based on the reviews. That is a good game.
Yes. Yep.
And we even played one of your newer games on a road trip. That's amazing,
Ooh,
too.
fun.
Love that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris, our producer, for doing our games. And he has another fun one for us today later on. And then my youngest, though, is your biggest fan. We just got done watching Wish and started talking about the Easter eggs we saw. Her first question was, do you think Danielle and Megan saw all the Easter eggs, too?
Why does that make me want to cry? I love that. That was her
Thanks
first question.
so much for being a positive light to in all of our lives. We appreciate all that you do. Thank you
That's
so much.
cute. Thank you, Michelle Lane family. Wow. Oh my gosh. And to answer her question, I tried to catch all of them on the first watch. I don't think I caught all of them. I've been seeing bits and pieces and breakdowns of it. So, but I did catch quite a bit. And that was my favorite part of Wish, is all the Easter eggs. So that's really cool.
And I feel like there's some, like, I'm having to go through and watch, I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of the animators on Instagram. They are now at the point where they can take their clips and they're sharing some of their behind the scenes of like things that they've worked on each of these scenes, some of their favorite little tidbits. And I have been going through and trying to find all of these animators on Instagram to make sure I am getting all the Easter eggs correctly. Because there's so many things
that's
that
awesome.
I watch.
I'm so glad they can finally talk about it. I know, because they, have to be kind of quiet about it and silent just because of, legal things before the movie comes out. But I'm so glad they get to talk about it now and show just what they worked on and where they put things. It's kind of exciting.
Exactly. And there's so many things that I sometimes overread into it. So this is just confirming whether I'm correct or not is really what I'm doing.
Exactly. No, exactly. You're trying to, check yourself, I guess.
Overanalyze. Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, this next review is actually about one of our previous episodes that we did with Theater Countdown. This is from Just Call Me Mrs. T. And she says, sister shows are a delight. Theater Countdown and Disney Countdown are so fun together. Please bring us more collaborations. Well, Mrs. T, that just might be happening very soon. Don't you worry. And especially, we have been talking about it when it comes to the holiday season. Now, I know that's a bit down the road, but we'll probably do maybe a collaboration with Christmas Countdown, which is our sister show. And that would be that'd be a fun one to do.
Our friends over at Christmas Countdown, which is our producer Danny and Eric, they just released a new episode literally this week on the actually today, as we're recording this on the 23rd. They released the songs that help break up the Christmas blues. And their main question is, when is it too early to listen to Christmas music? And I have to promote this only because there is a couple of TikTok live streamers that do like the Christmas music randomly in the middle of the night. And it's just like this snowy scene, and like they'll just play Christmas music. And I kid you not, I was scrolling and I opened one up and I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and listen for a little bit. It's like way too early for Christmas music, but I don't mind it.
Right?
It's pretty great.
It gets you in a good mood. It kind of brings like a calm or a peace into your life when you listen to it. So I say, you know what? Listen to Christmas music when you want. I still have Kelly Clarkson's album up sometimes. It comes up when I shuffle my huge playlist on Apple, and I will sit there and listen to it because it's just so peaceful.
I love that. Well, go check out our sister show, or not Disney, Christmas Countdown, where Danny and Eric are talking about that. Again, that might just be a random little holiday cheer in the middle of April for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our next review is from Stacy from the 509, which I believe is Washington State, and it says, always making the day magical, exclamation mark, 5 stars, thank you very much. And it says, yes, hello from Washington State. First, I absolutely love both Megan and Danielle. My first time going to Walt Disney World when I was 32 and absolutely fell in love with it. And that's when I started to follow Danielle to help plan for my trip and learn about Walt Disney World. I started following Megan after when we decided to go to Disneyland for the very first time last year.
Yay.
I am a planner and I loved all the tips, reviews, and little known facts. Oh, that's so fantastic. We have now been to Disneyland twice, once for my birthday where we actually met Megan and totally fangirled.
Oh my God. Hi, Stacy.
And my daughter and I got customized ears, a trick learned from Megan, and we have a trip planned for Walt Disney World next year, and I'm hoping to run into Danielle. You both are so positive, real, and joy to listen to. And I never listened to a podcast before, but I had to when I heard you two were going to be hosting it. I had to give it a try. Now it is part of my Monday routine. Thank you so much for being so dapper and magical.
Oh,
that's so
Stacy,
sweet.
that's so sweet. Thank you for listening. And oh my gosh, well, it was very nice to meet you when you were at Disneyland. And yes, I hope you do get to run into Danielle for your next Disney World trip. That's so awesome.
It's true.
Yay, thank you, Stacy. This next one here is from Just a Freeman, and it says, a phantasmic voyage through Disney delights with 5 stars. I love that title. Oh boy. I'm flying high on a magic carpet ride thanks to the spellbinding enchantments of the Disney Countdown with Megan the Magical Millennial and the Dapper Danielle. This isn't just any podcast. It's the happiest podcast on earth. Oh my gosh, this is amazing already.
Wow, we're starting off hot in this one.
Right? Right from the start, Megan and Danielle whip up a mix of magical musings and pixie-dusted discussions that even Uncle Walt would tip his hat to. Each episode is like finding a hidden Mickey, playful surprises and delightful details that make every Disney heartbeat like a drum in a tiki room. The duo dives deep into Disney lore, exploring every nook and cranny from the depths of Davy Jones' locker in the Caribbean to the heights of the Swiss family treehouse. They spin yarn so engaging you'd think they're using Rapunzel's hair. For those who believe, Disneyland's Main Street is paved with memories and Disney World's castle shines brighter than fireworks on a 4th of July night. This podcast stirs the mashup of personality like a pot of gumbo that Tiana herself would envy. Whether discussing why Dole Whip is worth the wait or which ride has the best queue secrets, Megan and Danielle keep it as fresh as Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival. So if you're ready to be part of that world where elephants fly and pirates vie for treasure, then give a listen to Megan and Danielle. It's more fun than a barrel of monkeys on the Jungle Cruise. Keep soaring to infinity and beyond, Megan and Danielle. Happy trails. Jason Vaughn, Fat Tested Travel. Jason!
It's
Oh my
Jason!
goodness, Jason!
Oh my
We
gosh.
know Jason.
We know
What?
Jason. I was like, okay, this is somebody that knows their Disney stuff.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be because I
That
mean
explains a lot.
there's so many different references in every single sentence. Hi, Jason. Thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful review. That's so nice. And oh my gosh, that's incredible.
That was a great review. Good job, Jason.
Yeah,
We appreciate
wow.
Jason, he has his own he does, well, basically there at the end, Fat Tested Travel. He does everything plus size. I actually he partnered up with me and he commissioned some of my art for one of his t-shirts not too long ago, and it's really, really cute, not gonna lie. So I run into him every once in a while, usually always in Epcot because that's where I live, and always great conversations. And that is so sweet. Thank you so much. That was a great review.
Really, really nice. Yes. And Jason really does good stuff. He does test ride vehicles and everything from various theme parks, not just Disney. And
Right.
he does a great job with his videos. So thank you, Jason, and keep up the good work yourself.
Yes, we appreciate the support all around. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And to remind you guys, we also do have the Disney Countdown Show Patreon, and we have a few new members of that Patreon fam. We have Leah, Cheyenne, Sam, Jesslyn, and Danielle. Oh, we have another Danielle.
Yeah, another Danielle has been added to the family family. Whoop, whoop.
What a great name. What a great name. Yes. Yeah. So thank you guys and welcome. Welcome to the Disney Countdown Show Patreon. There's so much that goes on over there. We have our Discord. We have bonus content that we love to post from either the parks or just our extra 11 through 15 from our countdowns. And it's a lot of fun. And we do virtual hangs, which actually we just had one last week, which was wonderful. And got to know a few more of our new Patreons and just chat with you guys about Disney, where your love for Disney came from and more. So it is a lot of fun. So if you want access to that bonus content, of course, you can search Disney Countdown Show on patreon.com or click the link in our episode notes. And yeah, it's just a blast.
It is a blast. Yes. I loved our last virtual hang because we had some good questions asked to us.
We did.
And I don't know. I don't want to spoil some of those conversations that we have. We'll save them over there for the bonus episodes and for the virtual hangouts. But I don't know. I feel like in those we get to be, not that we're not real in these ones, but we can sometimes be a little more unhinged in some of that bonus content.
True. That's absolutely right. We do get a little more not honest, but just a little more unhinged, a little more like, out of pocket sometimes when we're a lot more ratatouilles over on the bonus episodes.
A lot more ratatouilles. Oh, for sure. And we also have our people that are listening to this podcast right now too. These are what I'm forgetting. I'm blanking all of a sudden on what this category is that's listening to us currently.
Our top tier. This is our DC 33 tier.
They are our live virtual studio fam that are hanging out right now, and they're able to comment and talk to us live as we're recording these episodes. So Lindsay was saying how she's high key upset she missed the last month's hangout, which is okay, Lindsay. We'll see you next time. It's all good.
We have one every month. It's a lot of fun, and yes, we'll definitely see you next month. And we also have giveaways for our DC 33 members, which we got one coming very soon, so keep an eye out for that.
But all good things.
All good things. Absolutely.
But I feel like we have some stuff we need to catch up on, and we have some Disney news we need to go ahead and jump on into. And I know we have some people that have been messaging us and asking us questions. We need to talk through some of those things.
Yes. First of all, I can get into land stuff, of course, but I want to know about what's going on over on the East Coast, Danielle. What have you been up to? Because I know Dapper Day just happened, so I'd love to hear more about that.
Yes, Dapper Day just happened, and it was fantastic. Let me just say, thank y'all so much that have given me such support and everything through the videos. Before Dapper Day, leading up to it, I made a kind of like a get ready with me. It was more of a verbal processing of me trying to finish working on my outfits and putting them together, and how I was having a lot of self-doubt. And I was just like, y'all, I just need to record this and verbalize so I can power through and go ahead and get this done. And y'all have been so supportive and so nice and saying, oh my goodness, thank you. Like, just overall, thank you so much. I appreciate all the fabulous comments. Yes, I am very proud of how well the outfit turned out. Not going to lie. Very impressed with myself. And
you look so good. Yes.
Thank you. The My Fair Lady kind of the 1920s Citizens of Main Street inspired, or not 1920s, 1910s inspired outfit was really the hardest one for me because of that hat. And thank goodness that was the coolest day. It only got up to maybe 90 degrees.
Not too bad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was still bad. Okay, this was our hottest. Someone was saying this possibly was the hottest spring Dapper Day on record for us.
Shoot. Well, never mind then.
What's killing us is that Monday and today, the 2 days after Dapper Day weekend, it is cool. I am wearing a Spirit jersey right now. The doors are open and we're back into like our normal spring weather where it's like mid 70s. Where was this weekend? Instead of like everyone dying from heat stroke. Speaking of which, please drink water. Oh my goodness, y'all. We are in what I jokingly say. I think I actually said this last episode. We're in spring summer here in Florida, where our lows can be a solid like 70 degrees. It's delightful. It's great. And then by the middle of the day, it's like 90, 95 plus. Y'all.
Yep. It's almost May, getting humid. Yep.
It's
Totally know
getting
what you mean.
humid. And it was
Mhm.
funny. I walked into a couple of locations, both in Epcot and Magic Kingdom, and one in Epcot specifically. One of the leaders I used to work with, I walk in and he's like, "Oh my goodness, Danielle, it's so great to see you." And then he grabs me by the shoulders and he's like, "Danielle, you've been drinking water, correct? Have you been drinking your water?" And I'm like, "Yes, I have."
Oh my
Why?
God.
And he's just like, "Because I can't do another alpha call. I can't have another person go down in my shop. I can't do it anymore." And I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" Like, what was it? This was midday. He had almost 10 people collapse in his stores from heat stroke because they weren't
Are
drinking,
you
they weren't eating.
are you serious? Oh
And
my
so
goodness.
this is just from the cast members all over. And now and then I was in Magic Kingdom and I was talking to one of my coordinator friends over in Fantasyland, and she was saying how they have a message that goes out over the radios now every single day at 2:00. If you're a cast member that has a radio in Magic Kingdom, they are pinging out saying, "Hydrate, hydrate,
Mhm.
hydrate." And it's their job to then go around to guests and tell people, please hydrate, because now we're getting to the peak heat of the day. That's something that they're
Yep.
testing out, and they just started here in the past 2 weeks. And so, yeah, please, to help my cast member friends have to do less paperwork, please drink your water and eat something. That's all they ask.
Yes, yes. Bring those electrolytes with you too, because water does a good job, but it's the electrolytes that kind of keep you going.
That
So, yeah, and liquid IV, whatever you got on you, make sure that you're mixing it in with some water, Gatorade. I know it's, sugary and stuff, but still it's something to, the sugar just, it brings
your
life back
sugars
into you
up.
yeah, exactly. Keep the sugars up. And, yeah, that's, whew. I feel like it's just people who probably don't realize how bad it can get in Florida. It's people who are going for the first time. It's people who are out of town, don't understand quite the level of heat and humidity that underestimate
Yes.
it. And because Southern California, I feel like Southern Californians, we understand the heat, definitely not the humidity though. That's still something that's relatively
Right.
different for us. But yes,
It'll
just make
cause
sure you're prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll cause you not to feel hungry, and it'll cause you to feel like you don't want to drink anything, and that's where
Yep.
you have to fight against your body and be like, "No, I have to get something in my system," because that's the pre-sign of something's wrong.
Yes, and it's happened to me and my friend. We went in April of 21, where we haven't been in a while, obviously after COVID, and we didn't eat anything for 7 to 8 hours, and that's not good. You want to make sure you're eating at least every 3 to 4. So, yeah, it was bad, but that's what humidity does. Exactly. You lose a lot of water and you find yourself being like, no, I don't need food. I'm not hungry. No, you're hungry. Your body
You're
needs
hungry.
food. I
Even if you
don't
think
know.
you don't, at least get something, an Uncrustable something in your
It's
system.
the one time, just like, don't listen to your body. Please eat something.
Yes,
'Cause
exactly.
It's the humidity playing tricks on you. But that's crazy. Wow. 10 people. Whew, already.
And that was just at Epcot. I mean, yes, it is one of the
it's the hottest park.
parks.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how Animal Kingdom was surviving that day.
Because that humidity stays there in
Yeah, it
Animal
does.
Kingdom. There is so much foliage. There's so much just moisture in the air that just like doesn't move. So that's why Animal Kingdom is also considered a hot park. It's the most humid park for sure. But yeah, it just kind of sits there. So I wonder. I know. As much as I love Animal Kingdom, I will admit, guys, it does get very hot. You think it's like it's the most shaded. It's got the most trees. It's like, but no, it gets
it's a
hot.
literal jungle. We just hauled it all in right there.
Exactly. It's like it keeps it in a little dome. I say the word dome lightly because no, there is no Disney dome, everybody. Okay. I posted a video about that yesterday or something.
That was hilarious.
It doesn't exist. There's no such thing. But a metaphorical dome of heat is over Animal Kingdom.
And it was hard because, like, oh my goodness, I'll say this. What's funny is that the people that were passing out were not the dappers. The dappers knew, they were prepared, they were drinking water, they were staying inside AC as much as possible, or the amount of parasols that were in Epcot that day, it looked fabulous. It was just a rainbow of parasols because everybody knew it was hot, and they were prepared. It was the regular day guests that were not. So it was still fun to see all the beautiful people. I would say it was the most dappers that we have seen at Epcot during a spring dapper day in like the history in a long time.
That's so cool. And I did see a lot of outfits and everyone looked absolutely phenomenal. So well done for Walt Disney World's Dapper Day.
Yes,
And
we'll see y'all in December.
See, yes, exactly. I think ours is in November, yours is in December. Is that correct?
Yes, yours is right
For fall.
before Thanksgiving, and ours is right after Thanksgiving.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Well, we did actually we had Dapper Day a couple weeks ago for us, right?
You did, and you went to
Yeah.
Star Wars night,
And that was
Pixar Fest is coming up.
shortly followed by Star Wars Night. I did go to Star Wars Night now a week ago, and it was. I mean, we could talk about that for a little bit, I guess. I'm going to keep it as nice as possible. It was not the best one I've ever been to, but we made the most of it. We had a lot of fun. We did meet some cool characters.
Your outfit was great.
Thank you. I did my little Rapunzel Padme crossover bound, and that was really fun to put together. I'd been looking forward to that for a while. So that was cool. And the outfits were amazing. That's one of the best parts, is seeing everybody's outfit. Everyone's dressed up. The Star Wars community, they're awesome people, and everyone just, has a lot of fun at this event. However, with behind the scenes, since this is my 4th year going, I did notice a lot of differences. They changed a lot of things. They moved a lot of things around. And unfortunately, they didn't do the fireworks, which was a big thing for this year. The fireworks have been going off, for 3 years now. And this is the year they decided not to do it. I'm pretty sure for budget reasons, whatever it may be. So that was kind of a bummer. And then the characters there were fewer characters out. So little things here and there that were like, oh man, that would have been nice to have. Everyone was complaining about Captain Rex not being there because he was a favorite, just walking around. However, I will say though that a lot of those characters moved to Galaxy's Edge. For example, in previous years, we have not had Ahsoka, we haven't had Hera or Chopper. But there were a lot of those characters that were walking around Galaxy's Edge, which wasn't the case in previous years. So it was kind of a give and take.
It doesn't help out when the rest of your food is all in the front of the park instead of all the way in the back of the park. So
correct.
I feel like only had a good balance spreading everybody out.
Yes, and you want to enjoy the food that is special for that evening. We do have food for Season of the Force, but there is also Star Wars night food, which I was able to enjoy quite a lot of it this year. This is the most amount of special event food I've ever had. That was really, really nice. Yeah, but yes, the only place that has special food is Docking Bay 7, and I love Docking Bay. Believe me, it's one of my favorite restaurants in Disneyland, but they only had one item. And so it's okay, so you go over to see the characters, but you have to knock out the food somewhere else. So yeah, it was... the flow wasn't as great as it was in previous years, but again, still made the most of it. Had a blast as the first year. I actually brought my lightsabers, so that was kind of cool to use that around. And don't know why I missed the lightsaber meetup. That was kind of a bummer. But that's on me. They had 3 of them, and I missed all of them. So, but yeah, it's still a good time. And Season of the Force, they also do have now the Star Wars music that goes with the fireworks that are going to go off for Pixar Fest. So that's going to be a fun thing. If you're in Galaxy's Edge during a fireworks night for Pixar Fest, it's going to be Star Wars music. I have seen that in person, and it is really cool. I mean, the speakers, since they're brand new to the area, really, really good. They're everywhere in Batu. So it is really cool. And they do a good job aligning that music with the fireworks. And
we got to see the Pixar Fest fireworks
yes,
preview by accident, right?
Right. Speaking of Pixar Fest, exactly. I was just there. We were celebrating Cole's birthday. We were about to go film a video in near Incredicoaster. We were about to cross over to DCA, and all of a sudden the announcement comes on that Together Forever, which why would they make an announcement about Together Forever when Mickey's Mixed Magic is scheduled to go off? It's in the app that Mickey's Mixed Magic was the show for the night. No, they said Together Forever. And I heard preview, and I was like, wait a minute. No, we have to stay, because I think they're doing a Together Forever preview tonight. So we stayed on Main Street. They were filming. That kind of led me to believe that, they're probably doing some promos for it.
Right.
And so we watched the whole thing. The new additions with the movies are great. This is a returning fireworks show, by the way, y'all. It is the one that was from 2018 when Pixar Pier opened in DCA. So I have seen it before, but of course they added Luca. They added, A Turning Red, they added Elemental, all the new movies.
So it's like a 2.0 version of the fireworks.
Exactly. Yes. They added Coco. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's the sequel version to Together Forever, and they did a really good job. And always fun to see the Up House going over the castle again.
And then to see Buzz flying over the castle, that was awesome.
Yes. Oh, that was so cool. That kind of kicks off the fireworks show. It's the best opening with Toy Story. And yeah, Buzz flying over. It's so cool.
So it's basically a 2.0 version, kind of tying it all together. And
Yep.
so you'll be there for the first day of Pixar Fest.
Yes, I'll be seeing it all. Yeah, we're doing the parade, Club Pixar, all the food. It's going to be a busy day, but I am very much looking forward to it.
Ah, so that's more to come, but we do have some other breaking Disney news I feel like we need to talk about.
Yes, let's do it.
We interrupt our program to bring you this
Disney news. Breaking Disney news here just in the other day at Walt Disney World. Finally, the Walt Disney World, actually Disney in general, received its first Michelin star, and it was over at Victoria and Albert's,
Woo!
which I get. So the big T is that last year, in 2022, Disney was really pushing for Victoria and Albert's to get its Michelin star, and it was snubbed. And there was a lot going on with that. People are like, what do you mean? It deserved it, all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. And finally, this year for 2023, they received their Michelin star and is the only Disney resort or Disney restaurant to receive a Michelin star. This is huge.
That's huge. That's big news. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to eat there, by the way.
Now, if y'all have not visited Victoria and Albert's, it is one of our more fancier locations. It is inside the Grand Floridian. Well, words are hard. It is inside the Grand Floridian Resort, and it is pretty pricey, y'all. It is a prefix menu, and it starts at $295 per person, and that's in the main dining room. Or you can be in the Queen Victoria room, and that's $375. Or you can be at the chef's table, and that's $425, and also a few $100 extra course depending on your paired selections of wine that you choose as well.
Yes, yeah, it is definitely a Michelin star, a quality restaurant as far as I know, as far as I hear.
Oh, yes.
And I've been wanting to eat there for so long, so one of these days I'll splurge.
Right, and it's had every other award imaginable. It received the AAA 5 Diamond Award, and it's held that since 2000. And it keeps getting it every single year. And it's also was mentioned in 2018 in Forbes Travel Guide as a 5-star award winner. And I think really what they did was here in the past 2 years, a lot of the chefs got moved around. And this year, Disney's like, okay, we're done of being snubbed. We need this. We want this. We've been aiming for this. Let's make it happen. And they brought in Chef Matthew Sowers, who he actually was one of the main chefs that created the menu for Remy's over on the Disney cruise.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which also is like high up there praise. Like everybody loves Remy's. And so he was brought in to redo this menu again, I believe. And this is why they won.
That's awesome. Oh, yay. Well, I am very happy for them. Well deserved.
Yes.
That's great. Yay. Well, we do have some news on the West Coast. We, as you guys have probably seen this. It's all over the Orange County news, but the $1.9 billion Disneyland expansion, Disneyland Forward, has been approved by the city of Anaheim. And so it is going to be moving forward. And I think it's first of all, y'all, it's going to take a long time. Number one, they are using the space that is, I'm directionally challenged, so I can't say whether it's like east or west, but it's on Disneyland Drive. The downtown Disney parking lot that is used for cast members is part of it. And we don't know exactly what the space is going to be used for. We don't know what's going to happen. We just know that this has been approved to move forward in expanding the theme parks itself, themselves. So that is happening. It's going to happen. It probably won't be done for a very, very long time, but it's been approved by City of Anaheim, which is a big step because Anaheim is, they're a bit strict on what goes on. So yeah, but it's a big deal. And
I don't know, I'll be interested to see. I don't anticipate hearing anything during this D23.
I don't think so. This is brand new. It's only a few months out. I don't think, I mean, maybe Blue Sky.
They might acknowledge it saying, yes, this is happening, but we won't give more clear details until I won't anticipate hearing anything until the next D23. So 2 years from now.
I would agree with that. 100%.
Right.
Yeah. No concrete details whatsoever this year.
Yeah, I mean, and if we do, it'd be a miracle. I'd be shooketh, honestly, if we hear anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
mean, we don't even know where Avatar is going, and that's been talking about for what, 2 years now. So,
well, I thought
like,
someone finally said it was going, like the plans were where we actually guessed over there at Monsters Inc. in that whole backlot area.
okay, I have not seen that. That's also news. Who said that? Because I haven't seen that.
I will find the link and I will send it to you.
Okay,
Hold on.
please do.
I will have to look that up to verify where I saw that, or even if it was now I'm questioning myself, was it a reputable news source or was that just speculation?
It might be speculation. I don't know.
Where
I don't know.
is what I put in Pandora? That's not what it is.
Which is such a shame. Then don't call it DCA anymore, in my opinion. Like, if we're losing a part of Hollywood, if we are basically turning it into Pandora, that's the last part of California that we have, a part of Disney's California Adventure. Redwood Creek, maybe, but why would you have a whole park?
It's changing, kind of like what happened with our Hollywood studios. It was, instead of you seeing how the movies are made, you are now a part of the movie.
Yeah,
and I mean, I know change is happening.
Right, they're changing the whole name of the theme park over in Paris as well.
Right.
So they very well could do that for us.
Right.
That should be such a shame. That'd be a shame. I love California Adventure so much that it'd be kind of, I don't know what they would change the name to.
Okay, wait. This was put in. Okay, this is from the news source. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, they don't even talk about it. They just say, yeah, it's happening. And then, by the way, the 1.9 billion thing is happening.
Right. So we still don't know where it's going. We still
don't know nothing.
Yeah.
As we find out information, we will let you know, podcast family.
Yes. So when we find out, you'll find out.
But we did find out some other stuff that's happening over here at Epcot. We do have confirmed dates on that.
And a thing I'm very excited about because I get to go this year. Woohoo!
Yeah, you do. Okay, so what we found out is that this is actually going to be a shortened. Oh, wow. Okay, well, not shortened. We're getting back to the OG version of Food and Wine Festival, y'all. Food and Wine Festival isn't starting until August 29th this year.
Oh, wow. That's late.
Well, it is late, but that's when it used to start. So that way it's like more of a true fall season for us. It used to start last year. I believe it started in July, June.
I did see the dates for last year and it said July. Yes.
July, which is crazy. But it actually makes more sense once I explain this. So the reasoning why it is only August 29th through November 23rd, so it is leading up right up to the holiday season, is because Communicore, the building that's been under construction for the longest time, is slated to open June 10th.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
And Communicore will have a lot of stuff played into the Food and Wine Festival. Like, it's going to have overlays, it's going to have changes, it's going to have special entertainment for that. So I believe what Disney is doing is that they are letting Communicore open up in its normal phase of what it's going to look like in between everything. Let it have its moment from June to August and then do the overlay for it.
Definitely. 100% believe that.
Yeah. I'm very excited about Communicore. I love that World Celebration is going to be getting a lot of love here in the middle of summer, which is what they're aiming for, with the amount of shade, the amount of air conditioning, all the characters are going to be in one spot. That's really what they're pushing for.
Yep. Oh, that's really exciting. And that makes total sense, just because they've been working hard on it and they want it to have its moment before any overlays. So I get it. And I agree with it. And
I think
Food and Wine, I've heard
that before.
Yeah, yes, and that makes sense. I've heard from a lot of Orlando residents that Food and Wine it's too long. And it's been too long. It's just there for months and months. So yay, well that's exciting.
There's some great fall dishes that happen, like some great soups and warm dishes, but you don't want that in the heat of July summer when you're just trying to stay alive. So,
True.
It'll be much more fitting to have that. I mean, it's end of August. It'll still be in September, and October, which is still hot for us, but it's not as blazing hot as July and August, which is great.
Right. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Did they give any menu updates or anything, or is it just the dates this year?
We did see some menu previews, a
Okay.
lot of return items, and a lot of stuff that is brand new, and it does have a specific fall vibe. Like there's a
Oh,
apple
cool.
cobbler type thing that I saw, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm glad I'm not going to have that in the middle of July. I am going to save that for October.
Love that. Love that. And I'm so excited to see it for the first time myself in November over the
Woohoo!
Wine and Dine weekend. Yes, cannot wait. So very much looking forward to that. And in the meantime, we actually our Pixar Fest is going to be our summer festival. So that's kind of fun over in DCA. Our first
Yeah.
one ever. Yep. Oh, all good things. All good things.
Well,
Yay.
I think it is now time. Do we have any other breaking Disney news before we bring Chris, our producer, in for this game?
I think that's the end of our news. I'm ready for a game if you are, Danielle.
I think so too.
Let's do it. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
What's up, Chris?
Hello.
Let's play a game. I've been waiting to play this game for the longest time. I commissioned some help from all of our paid subscribers and from the Discords and the Facebook groups and all the things. I originally had it titled as Family Feud, but I feel like alliterations are important, especially here at the Countdown Network. So we're going to call it Disney Duel.
Ooh.
And it's
I like
exactly
it.
the same thing as Family Feud.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
I love Family Feud.
So we had a huge response to this. I reached out to everybody, and it's overwhelming how many people actually wanted help with this game. So I want to take a second to thank everyone that submitted their answers to the little questionnaire that I sent out. Pretty nuts, honestly. It was a lot of people.
Really?
It was-
Are you going to tell us
Thank
like
you
how
guys
many
so much.
people voted for each thing, like what they do in Family Feud?
I'm going to give you a percentage. Yeah. 'Cause
Sweet.
it was more than 100. So yeah, but I'll give you a percentage.
Wow.
So we're playing Disney Duel. It's going to be hard for me to say Disney Duel and not Family Feud every single time, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to make a note in my head. So basically, I asked the Patreon members and stuff 10 questions. We'll see how many we can get through. I think we'll probably save a bunch of these for another time. And ask them to just give their honest answers. It wasn't multiple choice. They could answer whatever they wanted. And we're going to go through now very much in a Family Feud style and see how close we can get to getting their answers.
Yeah. All
So
answers. Okay.
for this first one, I think we're going to do the way Family Feud. I watched an episode just to kind of get an idea of how it works, just like because I'm for sure stealing this entire game from Family Feud. Sorry, Steve Harvey and whoever else hosted in the past.
Okay.
We're going to do a buzz in, so just kind of raise your hand or say ding, and if you get it right, then it'll be your opportunity to guess the rest of the answers in the category. If you
Okay.
miss 3 times, then I'll give the other person an opportunity to steal the category.
Yes.
The stakes are low. I don't have any prizes. Here we go.
But it seems violent. I don't know.
So,
I'm ready.
yes.
Dude, I'm about to hit the microphone as if it's a buzzer. Don't do that.
Right?
Please don't hit the microphone. We can't deal with that. All right, so here we go. So name a popular Disney sidekick.
Ding.
Megan first. What do you think?
Pascal.
Pascal. Danielle, I'm going to give you an opportunity. What do you think could it possibly be?
Pluto.
Pluto. Pascal's not on the list at all. Coming in at number 5, though, is Pluto. So we're going to give,
What? No way. Wow.
so we're gonna give
Okay.
Danielle an opportunity to guess the other ones. Remember, you have 3 opportunities. If you get 3 strikes, then you're out, and we'll give Megan an opportunity just to guess 1. And if she guesses 1, then she gets the whole category.
Oh, okay. So, and then how many little slots were there for this?
We're looking for the top 5 answers.
Top 5. So Pluto
I
was
guess
number 5.
Now it's gonna be top 4 answers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say. Oh my gosh, I'm like blanking. This is so stressful. Okay. A sidekick character.
This is the most popular amongst our paid subscribers.
Amongst our paid subscribers. So I'm thinking hard of what we listen to them in the Discord all the time and they list off their favorite movies. So what would it be? Let's say Abu.
Abu, unfortunately, is incorrect. First strike.
Dang it, not Abu. Obviously I need to go a little more classic. If Pluto was number 5.
Mm-hmm.
What about what's a Disney movie? What are these characters?
We did a countdown, Danielle.
No countdown. I know, but mine are more obscure. Oh gosh.
Think of mine then.
Okay, what about LeFou?
Oh.
LeFou also is incorrect. One more strike to go. Megan, prepare your answer.
Oh
I'm
no.
ready.
Oh no. I know this is already at the point where people are already screaming at us if they're listening right now or
Most
they're watching
likely,
us on
I think.
YouTube. They're already screaming like, this is an answer. How about Tinkerbell?
3 strikes. Unfortunately. All right, to take it home, Megan, for this round.
So the one that's been at the top of my head, and hopefully it's on there, Jiminy Cricket.
Coming in at number 4, Jiminy Cricket.
Let's go, baby. Wait, okay, hang on. What's 1 through 3? Hang on. We're gonna try to do this right now.
Okay.
Okay. Who's like a very this is really Danielle, you're right. This is really hard.
See, and you know why they picked it is that Adam and Stephanie are sounding off in the comments. Cicada. It's throwback to
I
the
saw the
Jiminy
cicada.
incident
I
from
had
season 2.
I should mention, whenever anyone put Jiminy Cicada, I lumped
Okay.
it in with Jiminy Cricket.
I understand
Because there
he
was
is
a lot
different,
of Jiminy Cicada
different guy,
answers.
but
Oh, see our
Across
OG
the board.
followers.
Oh,
love you, appreciate you.
Timon and Pumbaa, are they on there?
Timon and Pumbaa.
Wow,
Also, I'll give you one
what?
of these just for.
Yeah.
As someone looking at the 3 that you're trying to figure out, it's unbelievable.
I feel so.
Thanks, Chris.
I feel so
That
dumb
makes us
right now.
feel real good about ourselves.
I feel so dumb.
It's okay. It's the whims of the people that
True.
submitted their answers.
Sidekick. Olaf.
Olaf, number 3. You got one.
Now I'm trying to think like. This is embarrassing, honestly. Oh, Mushu.
Mushu, number 1.
That was embarrassing that I did not. No, that was
I
embarrassing that I did
should've
not get that
got that
sooner. That's really embarrassing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll give you number 2 was Flounder with 13%.
Flounder. Okay, you know what? Because he's a guppy. Okay, let's just be real. He's not the best sidekick.
He turned up on
He
the
was.
bottom of
I
our
didn't
list.
think I
We
included
didn't
in my
include
11 through
him.
15. I'm sorry, Flounder. I love you, but you're a guppy.
Right.
All right, this one will be fun, I think. This is open for both of you. Go ahead and ding in.
Okay.
Name a country
Ding, ding, ding.
from Epcot's World Showcase. I'm going to say that it was Danielle.
Fine.
It better be Danielle. This is
Fine,
my
I'll let
part.
you have it.
So we're looking for top 5 answers. Top 5 answers.
Mexico.
Mexico is correct, and that's the number 1 answer. So you automatically get to try for the next 4.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then we have Canada.
Canada is at number
Oh.
4. So yeah, another one of these.
Oh, Canada.
Mhm.
France.
France, number 2.
Mhm.
I said France the same as you. Twice, actually. Just
Okay.
Last
then
2.
Germany.
Wow.
Germany, number 3. Is it going to be a sweep at number 5? What do you think?
Then, okay. Canada was 4, correct?
Yes, you have 5.
Canada was 4. That was with 10%. And the
Okay.
number 5 is 9%. So it's very
Norway.
close. Norway is incorrect.
Okay, hold on.
No, it goes to me.
Then-
No, it goes to no. It's
okay.
3. She has
UK.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, she has the
Yeah.
3. Yeah,
UK?
3 X's.
Was it UK?
UK is also incorrect. Last one, two X's. Let's see if you can do it.
Japan.
I knew it was. I knew
Japan,
it was
number
Japan.
5.
I knew it. Ah, dig.
You know why? It's because we have a mixture of alcoholics and foodies in our Discord.
Me too. Me too.
They pick the ones that have some of the best food options and some of the best.
I love
alcohol
I love
options, and
Japan.
That's why.
Mhm.
See,
We definitely blew through that one.
So
Do you want
one
to try
more.
one more round
Yeah.
real quick?
Mhm.
I say yeah, we go for
Let's
it.
do it. All right, so this is going to be hands on buzzers. Name a Disney movie that made you cry.
Ding ding.
Megan,
Oh yeah.
Is
top
Pixar
5
included
answers.
or no? Is
Pixar is included, yes.
Oh. it's
oh
Heavily.
then
Heavily.
Inside Out.
Inside Out is not
Wow.
one.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3.
Wow. Wow.
Hey.
That's number 3 with 7%.
Oh, okay. Oh, now does that mean I have to
Maybe all of
answer it?
them.
Yeah, you can just go ahead.
Oh no. Okay. that made us cry? Up.
Up, number 2,
I
10%.
should have said
That's
up. I
correct.
was going to say that. Dang it.
That made us cry.
Yeah.
That makes other people cry because I try not to show emotion. You should have kept answering this one, Megan.
I got it
know.
wrong.
Oh, panicking. I know, but still, the
Do you want to phone a friend? Because the rules for Disney Duel are much different than Family Feud. You can ask Megan if you need help.
Okay, phone a friend.
Hello. Yes.
Megan.
Hello.
Assistance. What movie?
I don't know if
makes
this is going to be
you
the
cry?
right answer, but a movie that I physically cannot watch because it gives me a visceral reaction is Fox and the Hound.
Oh,
Fox
okay.
and Hound. Good answer.
You all have no
unfortunately
souls.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
How was this not on the list?
I love how violent that response was. That was something I would say.
Sorry.
Megan.
That was a very quick reaction from me.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. What about
Wait, bring, ring. I'm calling back. I'm calling back. Hello.
well, most people get
Hello.
okay, ring
Coco.
hello? Oh, Coco. Okay, Coco. Next answer.
Before I tell you if it's right or wrong, I'm just so excited that you both are taking this game so seriously with the hand phones and everything. If you're not watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe and watch.
Let's
Coco is
number
correct. 16%,
one.
number
Let's go. Okay, now we need 4 and 5, right? 4 and
Oh
5.
gosh.
Okay.
Okay, so we have
Oh, bring, bring.
Coco's number 1.
Okay.
Okay. What? I can block this as a spam caller. She keeps calling
The
over and
Lion
over again.
King.
What you want?
Say the Lion King.
Oh, Lion King, Chris.
Oh, no souls.
Lion King
Everyone
is
is that
not
no
on the
souls.
list.
I'm
Not top
convinced.
five.
I give up. I quit this game.
Oh. Was that our third buzzer?
Yeah, but we got to get through the answers. You
No,
want
we
to
can
give
do
it a
this.
shot, or
We
me
can
to
do
just tell
this.
you?
I show emotion all the time.
Okay, okay.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I know, and that's why
Everybody in
I'm
the
calling you.
chat's like, we've broken Megan. Stephanie's like,
so
we've
we have-
broken Megan. You have broken me. My brain is short circuiting right now.
Goodness.
Okay.
I was gonna say the fact that Lion King didn't make it for the
That's what I'm
Mufasa scene
saying.
alone.
That's
even
what
I get
I'm
emotional
saying.
at that one. Y'all
Fox and the
fired.
Hound, when talking, it's left behind.
Okay, so we have
Oh, yeah.
Coco, Coco, Toy Story 3. And
There's
Up
more
made
Pixar
the
in here,
list.
apparently, because
There
Brave
has
made
to be
me
more
cry, but
Pixar
there's
in
no way
here.
that's going to be on the list.
Oh,
So
see,
there's one
and-
classic movie and one,
Classic?
I mean, I say newer movie, but not necessarily newer. It's probably like 10, 15 years. I don't have any concept of time anymore.
Classic movie.
Our producer Danny is yelling at
he
us
knows.
in
He knows
other
the
virtual
answer.
room.
What's a recent one that made people cry?
Well,
No.
Frozen?
No way.
No, it's not Frozen. I'm not even going to give you the buzzer on
You
that.
don't even
We're
deserve a
working on it.
buzzer.
Processing. Don't listen to Danielle. This was just her
No.
her verbally processing.
Oh my god.
Obviously, what we think is emotional to other people
Again,
does
I feel
not
so-
compute.
Stupid.
Let's try for classics. Let's try to get away from the current and try to get
Classics.
back to the classics.
Okay.
Name a classic Disney movie that makes people cry.
Are we talking like Renaissance era?
We're talking like about as old as it gets.
Dumbo.
Dumbo is not correct, but
What?
we're definitely getting
Bambi.
there. We're getting
Bambi.
there. Remember, this is only top 5 answers.
God dang.
Bambi.
Okay.
There's one.
Okay, wait.
That was
Bambi
6%,
makes
and the
people
number
cry,
5 is 5%.
but not-
So very close.
But not Baby Mine. Bambi makes people cry, but not
Again,
Baby Mine.
we're not on the same because Bambi. We're not on the same wavelength here. Bambi is. I don't know. Why did that not make me cry? No, it did. I cried when I first saw it.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, because we're like, where's his mommy?
But
That's
you
different.
understand.
But
Baby
Mine
Mine still gets me to this day. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Back to newer, right, Chris?
There's one more. We're just missing one more.
Yeah, this one is
10
like 10
years
years old, if
old.
I had to
Okay.
guess.
Is it Pixar? I think we need that hint. It is Pixar.
It
okay.
would
Oh,
be
we can do this.
Pixar,
Okay.
yes.
And it's not Coco. It is Wally?
Wally?
No.
Not Wall-E.
Not
getting there,
So
though.
that's definitely not 10 years old. Alicia's saying Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is not correct as well. Sorry, Alicia.
Okay. Oh, if you do get emotional over that,
Let me see if anyone said it in the chat.
Good dinosaur.
Do you? No one said it.
Janelle is saying
it's not
Toy Story.
Onward.
Toy Story is also not correct. So final hint, it's the number 5, top 5. It's number 5, but there's a 6 in the name.
But no, it's not Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6?
That
Big
is
Hero 6.
Marvel, Chris. That is not Pixar.
That's not technically Pixar.
People get that confused. That is okay. People
so
do get that
sorry.
confused because of the style of animation, and also that Baymax is a robot who looks like he would be Pixar, but no, he is Marvel. So,
Well,
Disney
I'm
Studios
sorry I
Marvel.
let you down. I
no,
will spend
it's
the rest
okay.
of
It's
my life
okay.
making it up to you
But
both.
totally understand
okay.
why Big Hero 6. Yes, because that's one of the saddest early deaths in a movie, a Disney movie. Yeah. So I knew everybody. Jeffrey in the comment section was like, Megan just went on her
Okay.
Ratatouille. I did. My brain is broken.
Yeah, she
Let's get
did.
into our countdown. Before I just. Yes, thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Chris.
Chris.
No, that was
Okay,
really
that
fun.
was a
And
hard
I love
game.
when games make us think like that. So I'm down to play that again at some point this season.
All
And
right.
to everyone listening in the comments section that just witnessed that video comments, or you were watching us on YouTube, or you were listening and you were just screaming at us full volume,
That was
I apologize in advance. Please send your messages over to the fan messages where you can rant at
Yes.
us about your own ratatouilles, about how we should have known this one.
or why you're
over on the
confused on why
Instagram.
certain
Thank you very
movies,
much.
like I was confused, didn't make these lists. Thank you very much. Please agree with me. Please validate me.
Accurate.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to simmer down there for a second after that. But thank you, Chris. Now let's get to our countdown for the week. We have our 6 through 10 top Disney soundtracks, and I am super excited to hear yours, Danielle. I will have to say, as a little disclaimer, y'all, I did not put any Pixar in my list. I decided to separate them completely. So I only have Walt Disney Studios animated movies.
I don't
You do
think
have
I
any?
have Pixar either. I could be
Okay.
wrong.
Because there are some Pixar soundtracks that are great, but I have I don't have any in my list.
Okay.
So
Now,
Yeah.
y'all, again, we're taking the whole entire soundtrack into consideration for this.
yes.
So I actually will preface this with, I would say some of my favorite songs that I have done in previous episodes when we've listed out like our top favorites, they are not in the same order when it comes to the entire soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
They're completely different.
Yep. Because you
So
have the score, and you have, like I said before, you got the instrumentals, and then you have the actual songs that were in the movie with lyrics and all that. So lots of factors here, but I'm excited to get into it. Would you like to kick us off, Danielle?
With our number 10 option, because we're going to be doing
Yes.
10 through 6 in this episode. In the next episode, we will be doing our 5 through 1. And then you'll have to come back for our bonus episode where we're going to talk about the ones that did not make it. And I might have to explain some that did not make it. They are in the bonus episode later on.
Right.
I'm so sorry. But number 10 for me was Cinderella.
Oh, love. Okay, yes. And a great choice.
See, and I feel like this one, because I had to go through, and I was going through all these different albums and trying to find the extended versions and all this other stuff. Cinderella's original album, when it came out, was only about 10 songs, and it's very short, sweet, to the point. And then you go into the Legacy collection that came out in 2014, and all of a sudden it jumps up to 33 songs, and it includes versions that were not included. They had the demo reels that were recorded that didn't make it into the movie, and they got cut. And I so that one got placed at number 10 because it's a good soundtrack. You can just turn it on, play through the entire thing. Some of the scores are amazing that you hear in the background, like the ballroom scenes.
Beautiful. Yeah.
The in-between cutscenes as Cinderella's getting ready before the mice come in and sing. Oh, so cute. So good.
A great choice. I do love A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. I mean, I will say that's one of my favorite Disney songs of all time. And then just, some of the mice songs, Cinderella, and then Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. I mean, classics. And then the score is beautiful as well. So love that choice. Okay.
Thank you.
Starting
So
off
pretty good,
strong. Love it. Well, on that similar note, my number 10 is Aladdin. And I
Ooh.
feel like a lot of people would put this higher on their list. I had to include Aladdin in my top 10 because, I mean, number one, the genie. Like,
Ooh,
Friend Like Me,
yes.
one of the greatest songs of all time. Let's be real. Robin Williams version. Well, I did enjoy Will Smith's version, but Robin Williams version is always top for me. A Whole New World is one of the most played songs in the world of all time, and a top Disney song. Prince Ali. I mean, there's just so many good ones, and of course I'm going with the original classic animated movie version. There is the Broadway version, but I'm not talking about that one. It's Alan Menken that created these songs, and absolute genius. So, and it's just a classic. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and love each of the songs that are on here. So there's Aladdin at my number 10.
Oh, now I'm second guessing my life choices because I didn't include that one at all.
That's okay. That's okay.
Why?
Because some people think like, for me, the reason it's not higher is because A Whole New World is a tad overplayed, in my opinion.
And we've talked about that before.
Yes, like some songs you just get, like Let It Go, and so it's that kind of stuff where it's like it's just too overplayed. I'm sorry. Yes, they're great songs, but man, I've heard them a million times in my life, and I'm like, I'm cooling on that. So that's why it's at 10 and not 6 or something. Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Okay, and you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I don't feel as bad about my options now that you kind of reminded me of like, okay, why didn't I include that one? I had a very similar idea of why that one got moved even further back on my list for that same reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all good.
Well, and for me, for number 9, I kind of went along with the route of Cinderella, and a little history on this one. It is going to be Robin Hood for me.
Oh, yay. And I had a feeling that would be on yours.
And Robin Hood was another one of those movies that the original song list is actually pretty short. And if you go back and you listen to the original recordings, there's not a lot of songs in it. It was, again, another Legacy Collection release from 2017 when I found this one. I think my brother actually went down, Clarence, my brother, he went down on a rabbit hole of going through and listening to the Robin Hood soundtrack. And he found the Legacy Collection version of it. And there are versions of the songs that were recorded by Louis Prima, who is the voice of King Louis in Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah.
And he also, he does the song, it's in Elf, Pennies from Heaven.
Oh, shooby dooby.
Yes. So that same, or Louis Prima. Yes. Thank you, Danny, as I'm
what a great
pronouncing
voice.
his name incorrectly. Louis Prima, his song, he has a whole version of songs that did not make the original soundtrack. And there's a weird mixture on there, some really great originals that I think actually probably would have done very well in the movie are on the end of the soundtrack, and that's why that one's sitting right there at number 9. But that was just from me going through my own deep dive of Disney music and finding these songs. That's why it's sitting there. Otherwise, if it was just for the regular soundtrack, I might not have included this where it's at.
And I love that. I love that you did the deep dive. You're going with the ones that were re-released, and because I did not include any of those. I have not even gone back and looked at any of the re-releases. And there might be one that I put in there, but I
think it's because they're also
provides
my
a different
regular
perspective.
soundtracks. Like my regular playlist, I have some of these oddball songs also in my regular playlist.
Gotcha. Okay, that is awesome. And I did not know about Louis Prima for Robin Hood. I obviously. He has a great voice, just that classic, like soulful voice. Amazing for King. Did he play King Louis?
He did do King Louis, and then he also did a couple other like popular songs in the 50s and 60s, a lot of jazz, a lot of swing music.
Yeah.
And so if you go through and you look him up on like Spotify, Apple, wherever, you're going to be like, oh, I actually recognize a lot of his other songs, and then the unheard Disney versions of some of his stuff.
That's so cool. I love his voice. I mean, just an amazing singer. Well, that's awesome. Okay. Number 9 for me. Where's my number 9? There she is. Just brought it up. It's Frozen.
Really?
Yeah, Frozen made it. You can't deny that when the songs came out, when you heard them in the movie, and then you listened to the soundtrack, that they were just well made, well done. And especially like Love is an Open Door. is one of my favorites. And Summer from with Olaf and Josh Gad's voice in that. They were unlike anything. I think they were just like unlike anything we've ever heard before. Like it was a cool mix of pop with Disney and humor a little bit in there.
Even like the opening title, like the title screen song, and then I don't know, I associate this with going on the Frozen Ever After ride, and you're going up the hill and you hear the na 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 hey ya na.
Yeah,
that's pretty iconic. You can't go wrong with that.
Exactly. It's very pretty. They use it again in the second movie. And just, yeah, I know, again, like I said, I know Let It Go is overplayed, y'all. I'm well aware of that, but you can't deny that Frozen has one of the best soundtracks, Disney soundtracks of all time. So there she is at number 9. And again, that the reason it's not higher is because, well, first of all, I have a lot of personal opinions on my top songs or top soundtracks, excuse me. Yeah, that's why Frozen's at number 9. So
that's a good one. That's a
there
good
you go.
one.
Thank
Again,
you.
y'all, we are taking the entire soundtrack into consideration for this one.
Yes, the whole soundtrack.
Where I feel like mine kind of plays into that, your idea also with Aladdin and Frozen. My number 8 is going to be Beauty and the Beast.
Nice.
Because
love it.
It is a bop. The entire soundtrack, it's a banger. It really is. So
True.
It's sitting pretty, but because I feel like, are we just being too pretentious, Megan? Are we just being the hipsters of being like, no, it's too overdone. We're gonna put these in our number 10 spots and everything.
Oh, I feel like my top 5 is very pretentious, and I'll own up to that, but that's okay. It's very Disney hipster. It's fine.
Okay, we're just being the Disney hipsters. I have my glasses on and everything. Throwback to what, 2008 with the hipster Disney memes. Oh, gosh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hipster Ariel. Oh, good times. Good times. Wow. Deep dive in that one. But yes, so number 8 for Beauty and the Beast for myself. And I don't know. I was going back through the music playlist. I'm like, okay, no, I will not skip a lot of these songs. I will listen to, like, if I start at the very beginning and listen through everything, I'll stick with it. I'll listen to the entire soundtrack.
Absolutely. Yep. And then is it Alan Menken again for Beauty and the Beast? I think it is. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, he did most of the Renaissance era. So at this point, I'm just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
The man's a genius. So, I mean, how can you, again, can't deny it. You got Be Our Guest. You have something there. Beauty and the Beast, the title song. I mean, it's just classics all the way through.
Just the orchestra build. That we
exactly,
talked about
the
this in
instrumentals.
Our Broadway episode. It's just the orchestra
when she's
build.
Exploring the castle, it's gorgeous. Yes. Discovering the rose for the first time. Amazing.
Yes.
So, fully agree. Love that choice.
Yep.
Well done. Yep.
What about your number 8, Megan?
It's another from that era. It's Pocahontas.
Really? Okay, I actually did not include Pocahontas at all in my list. So why is she sitting number 8 for you?
Okay, so for nostalgia's sake, I grew up with Pocahontas, one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Colors of the Wind, the Savages song, and just around the river bend. I mean, just gorgeous songs, top cream of the crop, Disney, and I just love it all around. And there's not much else I can say about that. I think Pocahontas is just Judy Kuhn's voice, who I've loved for many, many years. She's phenomenal in everything she does. And Pocahontas is no exception. So I gotta get up to the Pocahontas soundtrack. Oh, If I Never Knew You. I mean, come on. Like,
true.
There's the re-release for you. Yes, If I Never Knew You, which was in the credits, ended up being in the re-release in the movie. But so had to put it in the top 10 at least. So there she is at number 8.
That is a good one.
Thank you.
My number 7 honestly surprised me. Okay, I've talked about this in my movies, and I don't know if I actually mentioned very many of them in my previous song episodes, like at all.
Okay.
But it is the Winnie the Pooh movie soundtrack.
Oh, cute!
Like, I
love that.
2015. I believe it's 2015. No,
the one that we talk about is 2011.
2011. I'm getting all mixed up. Yes, 2011 Winnie the Pooh movie with the Baxen, Rumbly Tummy, and what is it? Zoe Deschanel.
She does the 100 Acre Wood. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh song. Yes,
she does multiple songs in that one. I was going through and listening. Does the very beginning. She also does a Very Important Thing to Do, and I was listening to this and I'm like, okay, this has to be included in my list because
Mhm.
this is my nostalgia movie. Because when this movie came out, a lot was happening in my life. We were moving back to Florida, and I don't know, it's a comfort audio to me, and I can play that from the very beginning through the very end. Maybe I'm just a very big Jim Cummings fan because he also does
Oh,
the
we
voice
love
of Tigger
Jim.
in that one too. So he has multiple
Yes.
songs in this playlist, and I realize that when I say it's going to be great, it's the Tigger song. It's the over and over again that it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I say that way too much. And I was talking with mom about this and she's like, you got to put this up higher on your list because you quote that a little too much. I'm like, okay, there she is. And number 7.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I love that. I love that you included Winnie the Pooh in there. And I wish I listened to that more. I only know a few like Winnie the Pooh songs, really like the Tigger song and then Winnie the Pooh. A one that our good friend Blake Silva actually has a cover of. It's really good.
Yes.
So, oh, okay. I'm glad you included that. We got to show some love for our little Pooh Bear
Yeah.
and his soundtrack. Yay.
What about
Okay.
your number 7 though?
We're not stopping with the Renaissance apparently.
Wow.
My number 7 is The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm talking about the animated one. I what can you say? Part of your world, Under the Sea. The Eric song when they're on the ship, and I can't even think straight right now.
Fathoms Below.
Fathoms Below. Yes, I mean Ursula. Like Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Oh,
like
true.
just classic after classic, hit after hit, and yeah, I put all the classics in my 6 through 10.
I think our listeners are slowly becoming worried because they're like, okay, if you're putting all the Renaissance playlist at your 10 through 6, what's going to be in 5
what the heck is in your top 5? I know. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, because next week is going to be a lot of fun going through these. But I do love Little Mermaid soundtrack. It's just classic. There's not much more I can say about it. Some of my favorite songs are on there. Poor Unfortunate Souls, one of my favorite, villain songs. We got Part of Your World, one of the best songs of all time. Under the Sea, I love jamming out to it on the ride.
The iconic, I forget the name of the song, but it's the orchestra piece of when they're exploring through the village and there's like the dancing. It's that transitional song from when she's like going out on an outing with Eric.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty iconic Little Mermaid audio too.
Yes, that too. Mm-hmm. Just the beginning using her voice and then the reprise of the Part of Your World towards the end when she saves him. It's like that little bit that she does again. I just think it's genius. So yeah, Little Mermaid made the top 10.
Wow, that's a good one.
Thanks.
Well, before we get into our number 6, and I feel like some of you are going to be screaming at me when I say it, before we get into that, thank y'all so much for listening this far into the end of the episode. We talked a lot in the very beginning about some of Disney news, some stuff that was happening in the parks. Thank you so much for listening this far all the way over to here. And make sure you're following us
appreciate it, guys.
on the podcast. Make sure you're listening in for the bonus episode because, again, we might be getting into a lot of additional
soundtrack
stuff.
Explanations. Yes.
So without further ado, number 6 for me is Princess and the Frog.
Oh, stunning. Yes. Stunning.
And I feel like some people are going to be like, wait, what do you mean that Princess and the Frog is not higher up on your list, Danielle? You have mentioned those characters in that audio in top 5 of all your other countdowns. Why is it at number 6?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to explain myself later in the next episode, but yes, that is sitting there at number 6. I don't know. I think is actually this one got booted down because I don't love as many of the orchestra pieces. I love the addition, like every lyrical song, awesome, amazing. But when you listen to the in between songs, none of them really stand out to me for like I can just listen to the background music all the time.
Right. And I get that. I totally get that. The songs with Tiana and, Louis, Raymond, great. Fantastic. Mama Odie. Oh my gosh.
Right.
but I totally understand. It's the rest of the soundtrack. Yeah.
Out of the 17 songs on the album, I will listen to the first 7. I don't know if I'll continue to listen to the last 10.
Okay. And I get that. I totally get that, which is probably one of the reasons why it did not make my top 10 at all. I'm just going to be quite honest with y'all. And I feel bad about that because, oh man, was that soundtrack played so much when my sister was like age 2 to 6, for many years. But yeah, I think I agree with you there. It's it's the entirety of it.
Debbie, one of our listeners from the DC 33, and she's in the live virtual audience, she said, Danielle, I did think it would be higher up for you. So hopefully I explained myself of my explanations. But yeah, that's why that one's sitting there at number 6 for me.
Yep. And I understand that. I get it. All right, number 6. We have people screaming at us, I know. Through this, someone saying Lion King. I'm going to tell you that right now, y'all. Lion King is also not on my top 10, but there's a reason why. And if you know me, and if you've listened to my deep cuts about why Lion King would not be in my top 10, you understand. But anyway, so number 6 for me is going to be Mulan.
Ooh,
yeah. Of course, I love the movie, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the soundtrack. Again, hit after hit. I'll make a man out of you. I'll make a man out of you.
One of the shortest playlist, honestly. Like,
yes, it's a short
soundtracks.
One. It's a short one, but it's just I love all the songs. It's so impactful.
Girl with Worth Fighting For. What else? Make a Man Out of You. Reflection. Yes. Everything.
Reflection. Oh my gosh. And then it's what's the Matchmaker song?
I just call it the Matchmaker song. It does have an actual name, but I just
call
it has a name. Song.
Yes. You'll bring honor to us all.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to pull that one out.
Alicia was already in the chat. Honor to us all.
Yeah, right. Reflection from Lea Salonga and Christina Aguilera.
Oh,
stunning. And you cannot deny that Mulan is just you want to listen to all the songs really off that one. So I had to put it number 6.
That was another Renaissance one, babe. Like
I had gone full Renaissance besides Frozen. Yeah, right?
Wow.
I did. I put Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Mulan, and Pocahontas. Yeah. Well, I can guarantee you guys that a lot of my other ones are not. Yes, my top 5. I don't think they're Renaissance. I don't know.
Wow.
I need to check my calendar again. My little date range for the eras.
What falls into what genre?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I like that one. I think that was a good number 6 option for you, Megan, was Mulan. I think that's a good place to put that one.
Thank you. And I am so intrigued to see your top 5 next week. I think this is going to be a very fun episode to go through because it's all about personal preference. And I guess the era that you grew up in or grew up with has a lot to do with it.
Well, I don't know, Megan. I feel like I was betting that a lot of the ones that were in this episode were going to be your top 5. So now I'm thinking we might actually have more crossover than you think.
Ooh, this is exciting. Okay.
I don't know. This might not go the episode way that we thought it was gonna go. So stay tuned for that episode next week, y'all.
Yes, tune in next week for our top 5 because this is like I don't know. I have feelings about all the soundtracks that are in my top 5, and I'm very passionate about it. So I cannot wait. This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will.
All right. And of course, if you go and check out the bonus episode, that'll be up in a couple weeks here. We'll have our 11 through 15 because, man, there's going to be a lot of explanations for our choices and or our non-choices for our top 10s. So if you want to hear that, of course, you can join the Patreon or become a paid subscriber and hear all our Ratatouilles and bonus content.
Yes,
we have fun over there too.
For sure, because we will have a lot of Ratatouilles, or you guys will be messaging us, and we will have to go on a lot of Ratatouilles afterwards.
We'll have to respond. Yes,
for sure.
But we thank you guys so much for listening, and definitely tune in next week for another fun episode. But until then, have a very magical day.
And night, sleep tight, dream of churros tonight. I don't know. I feel like they're going to come after us after they hear the last bit of our thing because we didn't include Lion King. I'm looking at my list. Lion King's not on mine either.
It's not on mine. No.
Oh, no.
I out of good faith and good conscience, I could not put it in my top 10.
Oh,
I
good
know.
tea.
Yeah. The drama. To have your name read at the end of our new episodes and to receive a bunch of magical perks, please check out our Patreon via the link in the episode notes.
Or visit patreon.com/Disney Countdown Show. We'll see you there.